Hey guys, it's Christina the Caregiver. I want to talk about caring for my ex. Weird topic. I know a lot of people care for loved ones, family members, different people like that. I haven't heard of a lot of people who are caring for their ex. And I think for me, one of the toughest things about caring for my ex, there's some challenges, but I think one of the toughest things is all the people who have their opinion about that. All the people who say things like, you really don't have to do that, or, that's really codependent, or why would you do that? Like all of those judgments. And I think whoever somebody cares for, whether it be a family member or a loved one, it's their individual call. If it's codependent or if whatever they want to say it is, that's for that individual to work out with a therapist. And so a caregiver really shouldn't have to worry about the judgment of other people. When we care for a loved one, when we care for a neighbor, when we care for an ex, when we care for, a brother or a sister, that should be our choice and our call. So that's one of the toughest things that I've had to deal with. I mean, I have enough challenges as a caregiver dealing with them where I'm questioning what I'm doing, that I shouldn't have to worry about questioning if it's codependent or if it's right or if it's wrong. Here's the deal with caring for an ex. I was with this person for 18 years. They were in my life for 18 years. For 18 years, I told this person, I love you. For 18 years, I went to doctor's appointments with them. I helped, pick up the prescriptions and buy the medicines or the vitamins. I helped, fix the food for the diets that they needed to do. And so I know their life. I know their routine. I know their house. I know their setup. I know where they're going to be resistant to stuff. I know how I might have a chance to help them not be resistant. I have all their medical records, so it just makes sense. And frankly, with this particular relationship, we didn't break up because, somebody was abusive or somebody was cheating or there was some major addiction problem. We broke up because we really just were not right as romantic partners, and we are really much better as friends. Now, I can tell you some of the luxuries of caring for an ex is before, when I was living with him and he was a pain in my ass, I had to sleep in the same bed with him. I had to stay in the house with him. As a caregiver, when he's being a pain in my ass, I can take care of making sure he's safe. I can take care of what I'm helping him with, the activities of daily living that I'm helping him with, and then I can leave. And if he's grumpy on the phone, rather than having to listen and think about, oh my gosh, I got to go home to this. How are we going to make up? How are we going to do this? He can be grumpy on the phone. I can take care of what I need to as a caregiver and say, I'm going to hang up now. Goodbye. Whereas I couldn't necessarily do that when we were in a relationship. And I think, I guess for me, what it comes down to is in my life, I've always been the type of person that if I've said I love you, it means I love you forever. It doesn't mean I only love you if you're acting right or we're going out. And for me, when the end comes, I want my words to have meant something. And I love you means I love you forever. Now, does that mean I had to move back in with him and give up my whole life? No. I absolutely have never thought about moving back in with my ex to give up my whole life. But I am certainly there to help him. I'm certainly there to help him get some of the care he needs. I'm certainly there to help him, manage some of his medical stuff, manage some of his, daily living things that he needs help with. And I'm glad to do it. It doesn't put me out because, he's somebody that I care for. He's somebody that I don't want to date again, somebody who I'm not romantically involved with, but somebody who I want to have a good life, the best life he can have. And frankly, I am already a caregiver for my mother, and I know how to be a caregiver, and why wouldn't I do that for him when it's second nature? I still have to put my life, take care of me, right? I understand that. But I love being able to be a caregiver for him. And, if he finds somebody in his life who he wants to share his life with, a new partner, I'm more than happy to turn over that responsibility and wish them well and be there if they need anything. But for now, I love being his caregiver. I love still being able to be in his life. And I love that we already have that trust that we've established. So I don't know, is there any other caregivers out there who are caring for an ex? I'd love to hear from you guys.